cult members, and welcome to Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And this is going to be our trailer reaction for Black Adam. We're going to be really honest. We're only here for Dwayne Johnson.
I think a lot of people are only here for Dwayne Johnson, but
we'll get into the DCEU and whatever is going on there. But here we go. Black Adam. And go.
Black Adam.
I think
what have your powers ever given to you? Nothing but heartache.
Hi.
I was a slave until I died. Then I was reborn a god. My son sacrificed his life to save me. Now, I kneel before no one. In this world.
Did Ludwig do the music?
They're villains. Heroes don't kill people. Well, I do.
My vision has shown me the future. You have two choices.
Hi.
You can be the destroyer
Morning, boys.
of this world. Or you can be its savior. That's up to you.
Cool guys, don't look away. Don't walk away from explosion. What's the line?
Nailed it.
Behind you! Did he just catch a rocket?
He got a rocket.
I like the cape. Not what I was expecting.
You know my fresh coat.
It's Ludwig did the music. I'm telling you, I don't know if that's true or not. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Maybe.
Feels very Black Panther-y, which is
Yeah.
fine. I love that soundtrack. It's freaking amazing. That's not what I was expecting, but thoughts?
I mean, it looks cool. I don't know that I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. Shazam, maybe. This is definitely dark. Darker.
So what I do know of Black Adam is he's got the same kind of power set as Shazam, which is on the same level as Superman kind of thing.
Right.
But his moral compass is much more gray.
Obviously.
And that he sometimes is an antagonist to Shazam because he is the one who's not afraid to get bloody,
Right.
to do the right thing,
Right.
which means I'm going to freaking love him. I love those kinds of characters.
Right.
But
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Looks cool. I'm not sure. Like, I guess, so he was a slave, but I would assume it's got like a Middle Eastern kind of feel to it, but then I would assume, okay, maybe he was an Egyptian slave.
maybe
Egyptians brought Africans in as slaves, right? Did they do that?
I know Jews were, but I'm assuming. I mean, everybody enslaved Africa at some point in time.
Right. Well, I mean, Egypt is very close. There's
It's
like a river in between the two.
Yeah.
So,
But I like the idea that they're playing with this old world Egyptian old gods kind of thing. The MCU did that with Moon Knight,
right.
and it's broadening the horizon of our American narrow version of the world. Everything happens in New York City, and that's it.
Right. Yeah.
But for me, I like we said early on, like I have no clue outside of tertiary conversations about about Black Adam. I'm here for Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
And I like him as an actor, and I like him as an action star, but I also like that this has been his #1 passion project for 10 years.
Yeah, and that's kind of what's got me, right, is he is gotten to a place in Hollywood where people respect. He has earned the respect and the credibility to not. I mean, he's done some movie, the one with him and Gal and
Red Notice
and Ryan. Yeah, it was okay. But I don't know that was I think they acted their butts off. I think it was more of just like Netflix was like, "Here's $5, go make a movie." But
it was like $500 million. But yeah.
But he has credibility now. So if he is this passionate about it, I don't expect it to be crap, right? I expect it to. I expect them to do a good job.
I liked him in Skyscraper. I liked him. like he's a good
the monkey
actor.
One.
Rampage. I like Rampage too. For what they were, but he's a much better actor than what those movies are. Those are popcorn, shovel in your face, whatever.
Yeah.
He's really good in Ballers, which he's an executive producer and showrunner on that. And so to be able to see that on the big screen in this morally gray kind of character, which isn't typically something that Dwayne usually plays. He usually plays the good guy or the rescuer or whatever.
And the righteous, morally right, like he was in the Fast and Furious franchise.
Yeah. And I'm really excited for that idea. And Aldous Hodges, from Leverage, where we fell in love with him on Leverage, is now getting his chance to be in. He's gotten a couple of really big roles, like Oscar bait level roles, and now he gets to be a superhero as Hawkman. And the fact that Aldous is a big dude, like he's not a little dude, and he had to stand. If they didn't put Dwayne on a box, then he had to look up to Dwayne in that shot.
You mean Aldous on a box?
No. Dwayne was taller than him.
Oh, okay.
And so, like that, like that sight line,
right?
I don't think it's on purpose. I think that's how they are as humans. I don't think Dwayne's one of those. I have to be taller than everybody else. Right. So Tom Cruise is put on a box because he is so much shorter than everybody, and he doesn't want the illusion to be wrong. It's not that he's trying to be egotistical. He doesn't want the illusion to be wrong.
Yeah.
And so I just, that was the one shot where I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like,
and then Pierce Brosnan, who we haven't seen in forever, and he's
the thinker,
a good guy, a bad guy.
I think this whole group, again, we don't know, but I think this whole group is like that. They all play in that gray zone in the DCEU.
Right, but I'm just wondering, like, is he the, hey, go do this thing, and then actually he's the real bad guy behind
Lex
the scenes?
Luthor kind of feel,
or if he's just the Alfred, and he's here to direct.
I think he's
Alfred in a costume.
I think he's much more of an Alfred in a costume kind of feel, but because I think at least the way they laid it out in this is Black Adam is the protagonist and the antagonist at the same time. The movie is about the protagonist, but he's going to be the antagonist and doing all this stuff, and then the people are going to try to come in and try to stop him or whatever.
Right.
Kind of like Thanos.
Yeah.
That kind of Thanos kind of feel, which is why one of the reasons why we loved Infinity War so much is that Thanos was Thanos' movie.
Yeah. And he's doing, I mean, you understand his point, just not his
Thanos was
process.
Right. But I don't want to. The DCEU has had its problems. It's disjointed and trying to rush to get to the team up thing. I like that they're going back and they're doing these one-offs. Shazam's by itself, Joker's by itself, the Batman's by itself, Black Adam's by itself.
Right.
So I like that they're doing that. And I try not to compare with what the MCU does, but it's kind of hard not to. DC and Marvel have been compared to each other because they have.
I feel like
throughout history they've been compared to each other.
For me personally, it's getting easier for me to distinguish the two because they have stepped away from the rush to team up everybody, and they're all just individual movies. And we have really, as difficult as the Joker Joker, the
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
Is there a the in front of it? Anyway, as difficult of a movie as that was to kind of watch, it was still an amazing movie. And the Batman, that one does have a D in front of it, was an amazing movie. And then, the Suicide Squads and those have been really good movies, really fun movies. So it's getting easier for me to kind of differentiate.
This is going to sound really like I'm a cinematographer kind of guy, and so, but the color palette is different in the DC movies than it is in the Marvel movies, and and the subject matter typically is different in the DC movies than the Marvel movies.
Right.
So I'm
it would
here
be easier for DC to go the darker route because they're not under Disney. So
true, but they're under Warner Brothers, and we all know how they love to everything up. So that is our thoughts on Black Adam. Let us know what you thought of this trailer and our comments and thoughts on it in the comments down below. I did it again. God damn it!
Comments.
Be nice in the like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, follow us on all the social media stuff: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Links in the description down below. One of 3. And until next time, cult members, good afternoon, good evening, and good night now.